And myself, my name is Kiran. So quickly I'll introduce myself and then we'll discuss what is our today's agenda. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to assist. So myself, my name is Kiran, and I have around 13 years of experience in IT and 11 years of experience only in Workday. And I have done around 5 end-to-end implementations in my 11 years of tenure and 8 plus AMS or application management support projects I have done in Workday. Coming to my Workday expertise, so I have payroll experience, Workday Payroll USA, global benefits, global absence management, talent and performance management, core HR, and integrations and reporting as well. Okay, and of course compensation too. So this is about a simple intro about myself. And coming to our today's session, first thing, if you ask me agenda, first thing I'll walk through the course content. We'll see what are the topics we are going to be covered as part of our regular sessions or day-to-day sessions. Okay. And then we will also explain what are the logistics we are going to be provide as part of this training. It can be interview preparations, or resume help, or practice tenants. All these details also we'll discuss. And later, if you have any questions on your career side, on workday side, or if you're looking for any additional help from, thank you. So let me share my screen first. Okay. So we are going to learn Workday Techno functional course means we are going to be learn Workday HCM, core HCM, and reporting, calculated fields, integrations. So technically, a techno functional course it is. Functional we are learning, integrations also we are learning. Okay. So normally I always would like to start from the Workday deployment methodology, different stages in implementation processes, roles and responsibilities, how to manage and maintain the Workday tenants or environments, what are the tools we will use during project for tracking the progress of the project. At the same time, what are the roles and responsibilities of an engagement manager, a consultant, or a customer side or Workday side? Okay, and how to manage and maintain the Workday implementations. So this is the one of the deployment method of the session, a 2 hour session. I'm going to explain in detail in that, even the Workday architecture, how the data will be saved in the cloud, how to get the data into a Workday environment, what is business object, what is RDS. Okay, this is more into the technical. I don't want to start since it's the first session. Some of you might be already might be in different HR application, or some of you might be a non-IT, right? I just want to simplify. Hence, I'm not discussing the topic at this moment. Right. So, but we are going to be covered as part of our regular session under a 2 hour session in detail, more than 2 hours as well. So, this course is designed for integrations and functional. So, we're going to cover functional and technical. First, what I do is I will take you to the course content. Okay. And we'll see what are the topics we are going to be cover. And then I'll say logistics. Right. So, can someone help me? You might have explored or you might have heard from some of your friends or relatives. What is Workday? Anyone? What is Workday application? Why Workday? We didn't get a chance to explore. And what is the Workday customer base? The number of implementations as of today. When the Workday application has been started implementing. Who is the first customer? Anyone? Any idea?
Workday has came from PeopleSoft.
Right,
It's a human capital management tool.
right.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's been conversion of PeopleSoft to Workday. It's the same. It's the same concept from. It started from time and absence leave and some things like that.
Thank you, sir. So, as our friend said, Anil Bushri, David Duffel, okay, the head of PeopleSoft. The same people has designed this Workday application as well. And Workday application is not only for HCM friends, okay? They do have multiple suites. They not only have Workday HCM, they do have Workday Finance. Slowly this product also picking up. Workday Student Admin, Workday Supply Chain Management. So they're the different suites Workday has. And the most popular one is Workday HCM. Okay. So Workday HCM. From the day when the employee hire, I'm just saying generically, and of course we'll discuss in detail technically in our day-to-day session. From the day when employee hired in the organization till the employee is separated or terminated from the organization, whatever the employee historical data, transactions, everything will be maintained, captured in Workday application. Okay, I will just give a simple example. Creating a candidate, hiring an employee into the, creating a candidate, creating a position, hire an employee into the position, compensation, promotions, transfers, event demotions, data changes, performance appraisals, payroll processes, employee clock in, clock out, or check in, check out, time tracking, employee leave and time off, the workday same. Okay, workday same. Okay, so let's quickly look into the. Okay, okay. One more question, just to understand. What is the current version of the workday? So right, every six. Sorry.
24 or 2.
24 hour. Thank you. Thank you. 24 WD2024 hour. So let me take a moment here to explain what is current version and how often Workday will deliver these updates, etc. Every year, Workday will releases two updates, guys. We will call it as biannual update. Every year, Workday releases two updates, biannual updates. One update will release in the month of February. Okay, one update will be released in the month of February. Another update will be released in the month of September. What are these updates? So even most of us were using mobiles, right? Okay. So we will also get software updates, OS updates, or any application you downloaded, a new version of the application, we will download, right? Very similar to that, Workday also has this update concept, upgradation, updates. Okay. The update which in the month of February Workday will release first every year and September. Now, what is the current version we have? We are in WD 2024 or 2. What is this WD 2024 or 2? WD stands for Workday. 2024 starts for the current year. R2 stands for release. Okay, release. So why R2? Because R1 is already released in the month of February. So September, the latest update what we're using is WD 2024. Actually, Workday has the nomenclature a different one. Different to they are given this. So let's say till 2020, Workday has this concept 18, 19, okay, 20, 21, 22, and up to 2022, the last update, Workday has come up with 33. So on, 33. From 2021, In 2021, Workday changed the nomenclature. Instead of calling it as 18, 19, 20, they come up with this concept. Workday, year, release 1, release 2, like this. Okay. Current update, what we are using is R2. Even if you want to discuss in detail, in the year of 2012 and 13, there are four updates, quarterly updates, in fact, because the product is very new at that moment. Every quarterly Workday release the updates. And later slowly they move to 6 months. Maybe in future it may be yearly ones as well. So what are these updates? So numbers are okay, year is okay. What are these updates? The updates are of two types, friends. The Workday updates are two types. One is automatic updates. Another one is manual, manual or service provider related updates. Automatic updates, we don't have any control. When I say we don't have any control means Workday automatically release these features. Okay, release these features into the production, sandbox preview, and implementation tenants. Automatically Workday will release these features. Okay, we don't have any control. You cannot stop as well. For example, I am, let's say, W2024R1. Okay, so you are very happy with these features, whatever Workday released in 2024R1, and you don't want to upgrade to 2024 R2 is something you cannot stop working. Okay, it's something you cannot stop working. There's a service level agreement between Workday and customer. Everyone needs to be accept whenever Workday releases the features. Everyone has to accept the new features, especially automatic features. We don't have control to say no. Whereas manual updates, yes, it comes under your control. You have to review the features. If you think those features are helpful for you, then only you can enable those features, or else you can ignore manual updates. But automatic updates are mandatory. Everyone globally, all the customers has to accept this updates from Workday. Okay, these are like process improvements. It might be screen changes, any bug fixes, enhancements. Those will be there. So I will run one session on this, which report we need to run. Okay, so report name is called What's New in Workday, and how to assess what features Workday has been delivered, whether these features are impacting any of our current configuration, how these features are going to be added value for our system, okay, and uh, and which teams needs to be involved during impact assessment. So we will discuss in detail in our release management session, because in Workday release management also play a very key role. Okay, very key role. So I'm gonna take one session on that. I will explain in detail. Since it's the first session, so I want to limit more into the technical side. Okay, let me take you to the course content, guys. So as I said, we're going to learn Workday HCM and integration. Let me start from HCM, Workday Core HR, not HCM, Core HR. So what we're going to learn under this? We're going to learn core concepts and navigational basics. What do you mean by that? How to log into the Workday environment, how to access a Workday environment. After logging into the Workday environment, you have a search box, what data we can search, what shortcuts we can enter, what is meant by worklets or applications, what is meant by notifications or inbox, how to refresh a page to a home page, how can I change the language of the entire Workday environment if it is required. Okay, where I can access the list of task reports are available on one single screen, how to add my favorite task, objects, business objects, or reports. Okay, all these details we will discuss in detail in our core concepts and navigational basics, which includes announcements, team highlights, cards, okay, workday assistant. So all those features. It's like a home screen. According to your requirement, you can design, you can configure, you can enable, you can hide the features. So we'll discuss in detail about core concepts and navigational basics. Organizations in Workday. The first chapter, organizations in Workday. So what I mean by organizations in Workday? In Workday, we have around 12 organizations are available, friends. Okay, 12 organizations are available. Let me list them. First, we'll have overview of organizations. What are the types of organizations we have? What is the importance of this organization? What are the best practices to configure these organizations? How to create a mass organization? What tools we need to use? How to configure this organization manually? So we're going to discuss in detail all these topics. So we have around 12 organizations we have in Workday. Supervised organization, cost center hierarchy, company hierarchy, region hierarchy, location hierarchy, matrix organization, customer organization, pay group, business unit. So these many organizations we have in Workday. So question, do we need to create all these organizations to our customers? Answer is definitely not. No. It depends on the customer's requirement. So we are consultants. We need to understand their requirement. According to that, based on the requirement, you need to include what are all organizations the customer need into the scope. Into the scope. Okay? It's not mandatory we need to create guys. All that Workday has given all these organizations. It depends on the number of countries you are implementing Workday. It depends on the nature of the customer's business. So there are other factors. Considering that, we need to find out which organizations customers require. Okay, but we are going to learn all the 12 organizations because we are consultant or admin. And then after, we'll talk about how to create a supervisor organization, how to create a subordinate organization, okay, how to assign a superior supervisor organization, how to divide a supervisor organization if the team is enhancing, how to inactivate a supervisor organization if you think that organization not required at all in future, and additional organization types and hierarchies just now we listed, right? All those organizations will create and will assign under supervisor organization for reporting purpose and defaulting purpose. Okay. So we use the word supervisory, 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 what it is. Out of 12 organizations, why we're discussing more on supervisor organizations? Because supervisor organization is the foundation organization work there. It groups employees into a management hierarchy structure with the help of this supervisor organization. For example, we have non-management employee reports to manager, manager reports to executive. So we have a hierarchy. Every organization has their own hierarchy that we need to design with the help of these supervisor organizations. Not only that, supervisor organization also has a unique characteristics. Means you can create position only under supervisor organization. You can hire an employee only under supervisor organization. You can define roles and responsibilities, copying business processes only under supervisor organization. Okay, it has its own unique features. So we'll discuss all those here under this chapter. Then we'll talk about staffing models. Okay, I'm just high level I'm explaining, but each session will take a week to complete each chapter. Staffing models. In Workday, we have two types of staffing models are available: position management, job management. So we'll have an overview first. What are the types of staffing models we have? What are the limitations in the staffing models? And what happens if I start position management, later I want to switch to the job management? And how to switch the staffing model in group, like up to 100 organizations at a time? Okay. And what are the prerequisite for position management and job management? So we will discuss in detail as per our overview. And then after, we will also talk about hiring restrictions. What is that? Let's say you're creating a position. Okay, you're creating a position, or someone asked you to create a position. So we need some data. What is the data? When you are planning to hire an employee into this position, earliest hire date. When you want this position effective under your supervisor organization, effective date. Where is the position is going to be work location? Is this position is full time or part time? Is this position for contingent employee or contractor or employee? Is this position is regular or casual? Does this position require any certifications, qualifications, languages, skill sets? All these details you will maintain in the hiring restrictions. Okay, we'll talk more during our session. Then after, we'll also talk about differentiating staffing models. As I said, position management you have, job management you have. We'll discuss pros and cons. First, we'll understand the concept. Key characteristics of position management, key characteristics of job management. Compare both. What are the pros and cons of both the organizations? Which type of customers job management is suitable? For which type of customers position management is suitable? So we'll discuss. And then after, I will also come up with a case study. It's a kind of a simple customer requirement. We all will go through the requirement and then identify the right staffing model for the right requirement. How to select a correct staffing model based on the requirement is very, very important thing where the customers expect from us to help. Okay. So this is about staffing models we'll learn. And then after, we'll move on to jobs and positions. It's a very, very simple chapter. Here, positions once you created, you can create job catalog. Okay. Job catalog is nothing but consolidated, we'll call job profiles, families, family groups together, job catalog. So what it is? First we'll discuss about job profiles. Job profiles are mandatory components in Workday. It's a mandatory component. Why? Because it holds positions additional key information. Example, management type, job level, exempt position or non-exempt position, grades and grade profiles, compensation, unions required or not, referral bonus eligible or not, work shift is required or not, roles and responsibilities. All this data will maintain in the job profile and job profile will assign to a position. That's so that the position is available for hire, ready to for hire. And job family groups are optional, not mandatory. We need to create, but we are going to create and we are going to learn. Why? Because in core HR, these two objects are optional. But if you think about benefits or compensation, other modules, these job family groups are very helpful to do certain groupings, to do create eligibility rules. Okay. So for example, I want to group all my HR team under one job family. I want to group all executive employees under one job family for reporting purpose or to create an eligibility cal field or conditions. Okay. Then after, we'll also explore how to create positions, how to create jobs, what are the prerequisites we need to, and also how to freeze a position, unfreeze a position, close a position. For instance, for instance, assume you created two positions, position A, position B. Okay. Let me put it in this way. IT manager, sales manager position. Customer asked you, you created. Fine. After creating these two positions, customer said they don't have budget to hire an employee in sales manager position. For some time being, they want to hide the position. They don't have budget to hire an employee into the position, so that they want to hide the position for some time being. Okay, temporarily. So what you can do, you can freeze the position, friends. Freeze in the sense temporarily you are holding or hiding the position is not available for hire. Once the budget is released or you find a suitable employee, then unfreeze the position so that the position is now available for hire. Similarly, close position. This is temporary, but there are chances where a position may not be required. So we'll forecast these many positions we need. Customer told you you created those positions. Later, customer said certain positions they don't want at all. Certain positions they don't want at all. You can close the positions permanently. If you think those positions are not required, close the positions permanently. Point to remember, once you close the positions, you can bring the position back. Delete positions are not available in Workday. Okay, we don't have delete positions in Workday. Instead of that, freeze and close options only we have. Why Workday is not given delete, we'll discuss during our regular session, just to track historical position data. Then after, we will also talk about compensation. Okay, very, very important topic because compensation is a centralized module, I would say, and it will connect with benefits, payroll, and also it's connected with performance modules and recruitment modules. Okay, so we'll discuss more. First, we'll have a compensation overview. What are the dependency on compensation with multiple modules in Workday? Okay, being a compensation admin or a consultant, what are your roles and responsibilities? And then what are the compensation components we have? What are the types of compensations we have in Workday? And what are the compensation specific business processes we have in Workday? Like proposed compensation higher, proposed compensation change. So, for example, there are certain scenarios where we need to assign or remove compensation to employees. I'm hiring a new employee. I might require to assign a compensation. I'm promoting a new employee. I might require to increase the employee salary. I'm demoting an employee. I might require to reduce the salary. Okay, or ad hoc compensation changes. So we have different BPs. We'll discuss in detail. So first we'll have overview session, dependencies and all. And then we'll talk about compensation components. So what is compensation components? We have around 17 compensation components we have in Workday. Let me explain few first. So we have compensation grade profile, salary plan, hourly plan, allowance plans, again three types, amount based, percentage based, unit based. According to customer requirement, we need to see which plan is suitable. Based on that, we'll include. And then commission plan, one-time payment plans, future dated plans, etc. We have compensation packages, etc. 17 components we have. So we're going to explore all the 17 components with real-time scenarios and examples and real-time data. And then we'll also explore compensation segmentation security. What is this segmentation security? Let's take this example. Assume you are a compensation consultant, a recruiter reached out to you and they told you they're asking to create a joining bonus. If they're hiring an employee in USA, minimum 1,000, maximum $10,000, they want to give as a joining bonus. Minimum 1,000, maximum 10,000. And the requirement is only the recruitment team can view this plan, this sign-on bonus, and assign this sign-on bonus. Sorry, only the recruitment team only can see this plan and assign to the employees. Whereas manager, compensation partner should not view this plan nor assign to the employee. Okay? Only one group of people can see and assign, other people should not view this plan. Which means you have to hide the plan. That we can achieve with the help of the segmentation security. Include the plans, okay, which you would like to allow the people to assign and map the respective security group to this segmentation security. So we'll discuss. Then after compensation eligibility rules. Very, very important this one. The reason is if you learn how to get eligibility rules, you're able to create conditions, validations, absence rules, eligibility rules across all other modules in Workday. Compensation rules means identifying the right employee for right compensation. Identifying the right employee for right compensation. What is mean by that? For example, I have three group of people, friends. Three group of people. Okay. I have executive members, management members, non-management members. Three group of people. And we have a car allowance. Only executive employees are eligible. Okay. Only executive employees are eligible for the car allowance, whereas management, non-management not eligible for the car allowance. Means if you are hiring an executive employee, then the car allowance by default should be available to assign. If you're hiring a management or non-management employee, this car allowance plan should not be available to assign. This you can restrict, okay, based on the employee eligibility. This you can restrict with the help of this eligibility rules. Identifying the right employee for right compensation. Okay, we will learn that. Then compensation reports. 200 plus reports for compensation Workday already delivered reports. I'm talking about not custom delivered reports. In this report, some of the reports are required to take the decision makings, like how much salaries we are paying quarterly, annually, or half yearly. What is the cost to company? What are the recent compensation changes? How many employees recently the compensation might has decreased? So you can track such details with the help of these reports. Not only that, so audit reports also we have. These audit reports are friends to us. Like, so once you assign compensation, we need to run these reports to ensure the right people have the right compensation. If not, you can adjust it. Okay? Right. So these reports help you. Is this employee eligible for the plan? Does this employee has this plan, car allowance? This employee not eligible for the plan, but you have assigned the car allowance by mistake. These reports will tell you so that you can fix and resolve it. We'll explore all the audit reports. And then after, we'll talk about security groups. Security groups. In Workday, first, as usual, every chapter will have overview. We have two types of security groups are available. Domain-based security groups, business process security policies. I'm repeating, domain-based security groups, business process security policies. What is the difference? Domain-based security groups, for example, you got a request that is hide employee data birth, hide employee data birth from the manager. Okay. Manager is not allowed to view any subordinates data birth details. That's it, because some of the organizations they have sensitive information or classified information. So data birth may not be allowed everyone to view. Or compensation data not allowed everyone to view. What you can do is you can hide that compensation or data birth from the certain group of people with the help of domain-based security groups. Okay. Business process security groups or business process security policies means, for example, I raise a leave request of 3 days. Okay, a time of 3 days. Then the leave request will go to my manager for approval. Now my manager can approve my leave 3 days, cancel my leave, or send the request back saying that, hey Kiran, I can't approve 3 days, but I can approve 2 days. You can correct the number of days and send the request back to me. These, if you see a manager can approve, cancel, deny, send the request back. These are all part of business process security policy. Who can approve, who can cancel, who can deny, who can send the request back, who can reassign. This will define under business process security policies. Apart from that, we will also talk about different types of security groups available in Workday. Configurable security, how to configure one security group. We'll take an example and we'll configure end to end and we'll do a testing. And then what are the functional areas are available? What it means by security for secureable items? And what are the security policies? How to activate security changes once you have done in Workday? We'll explore all those options under security. Okay. Then after, we will also talk about business processes. Business processes. Business processes are nothing but workflow, guys. Okay, these are like workflows. What is it? Workflows. It's a sequence of steps will trigger one after another to achieve an event or a process. Okay, let's see. So first we'll explore what is my business process, what are the list of business processes we have in Workday, and where we can navigate to view all the list of business process in Workday. Okay, first we will explore that one. And then we'll learn what is business process framework, how to copy a business process, link a business process, or how to copy a Workday delivered business process. And the framework has certain attributes, which includes plus sign to add to include a new BP, or if you would like to remove the existing business process which you already configured, order, parallel step inbox order, groups, all, due date is based on effective date. So we have these attributes in the framework. We're going to explore all these options. And then configuration options. There are 16 options we have in Workday for different types of customers requirement. So we're going to explore all those options, which includes action, approval, consult approval, approval chain, review, to do, service, okay, etc. We're going to explore each and every option with real-time scenarios. And then business process functionality and how the business process will work, how to trigger other business process how to include other business process sub-process and trigger one after another in a sequential order. That is also we're going to be learned. Okay. Again, I'm repeating, I'm high level, I'm explaining big, but it's a huge chapter. Then after transactions in Workday, finally, what is transactions in Workday? So far, what you've done is setup, guys. Okay, you've done the configuration setup. Here, actual hire will happen. Okay, where you have to hire under organization. In which position you want to hire, that position we're creating here. What are the position roles and responsibilities? That will maintain here. What is the employee compensation? That will maintain here. Whether this employee can see all the data, minimal data will control here. Okay. What are the hire process? Who can approve the employee hire? Who can cancel the hire? Who can assign compensation to an employee? Who can update emergency contact to the employee? That will be controlled here. And finally, we'll hire an employee here. So this is a sequence of order Workday recommended we need to follow. So here, first we'll understand how to create an applicant data or a pre-hire data. Okay. And after getting a pre-hire, we'll initiate the hire process. Before that, we'll run certain reports to ensure all our chapters we have configured accurately as per the standards of Workday. by running certain audit reports and fix the errors, and then only initiate the hire process. And what are the best practices initiating hire process? What are the common challenges we'll get during hire process? Also, we will discuss. And post completion of the hire, we'll also explore end-to-end employee worker data, which means profiles and profile groups, how to configure for an employee. We will explore. And then after staffing movements, you can also call it a change job.
హలో
You can also call it a change job. Sorry, you don't have any question?
దానికంటే లేకుంటే సెట్ కదా.
Okay, guys, one request, the session is under recording. Kindly please go on mute if you don't have any questions. If you have any questions, please feel free
సరే
to
అయితే
unmute.
ఒక
Yeah. So, then after we'll talk about
కూలి ఎంత
staffing movements, which
కట్టిపోయావా
is called change of process.
కూలి
Okay.
కట్టిపోయావా
Change of process is a consolidated template, which includes if you want to promote an employee, transfer an employee, demote an employee, or even if you want to do a
వద్దులే
data
వద్దులే
change
కానీ
for that employee, we can use
మొత్తం కలుపుకొని ఒక
staff.
5 ఇడ్లీ తీసుకొని రా 2 3 సపరేట్ సపరేట్
Hi,
2 3
can someone please go on mute?
నాకేం వదిలే స్వామి ఇంకా అది ఒకటి చాలే ఇడ్లీ ఇడ్లీ ఒకటి చాలే.
Sorry guys, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, we're going to talk about change of event, which include promotions, transfers, demotions, data changes, all these details as part of our regular session. Change of staffing movements. Just to write, for example, you're promoting an employee. Okay, you need to change the employee organization. There might be cost center might be changed, company might be changed, employee supervisor organization change, employee reporting manager will be changed, employee compensation data will be changed. Correct? And organizations also will be there. Position also might be changed. There are a lot of other factors will impact. It can be promotion, transfer, demotion, and data changes. We'll explore all those. And then after we'll talk about termination package. So here on the part of termination package, we'll understand first how to configure voluntary, involuntary termination reasons and categories. Okay, there will be reasons we need to, for example, you're separating an employee. You need to enter a reason, right? Why you are moving this employee out of the organization. Okay, it's a performance issue or this employee voluntarily resigned for the job. So those we will configure reasons. And then after Workday also given a feature called local termination reasons and categories. For example, these are country specific. For instance, you're terminating an employee in USA. Then only the reasons should be visible. If you're terminating an employee in India, the reason should not be visible. That's something we can control with the local termination reasons. Okay, those are also we're gonna learn. And whenever you initiate a termination, employee also may require to serve certain notice period, and the notice period days or weeks or months can be deferred or different from based on the management level and nature of the job. How many days the employee has to serve the notice period? So we'll configure notice period eligibility rules. We'll maintain the notice periods, and then how to initiate a successful termination and what are the limitations and challenges during terminations. We have to review or check, and post termination challenges, how to process severance payment or lump sum payment for a terminated employee as part of the termination process, how to control the lump sum payout or a severance pay if the employee terminated involuntarily. Some organizations, if employee terminated involuntarily, they don't pay, they may not pay the severance pay. The employee voluntarily terminated up to considering certain years of service, they may be eligible. So automatically the amount should be assigned to the employee based on the reason we choose, voluntary or involuntary. So how to get that conditions, we'll discuss. And apart from that, in the business process, one point I would like to add, I'm sorry I missed it. We'll also talk about advanced business process configuration options, which means how to create condition rule, how to maintain condition rule, how to create validation rule, how to configure validation message and translate if customer offered the business globally in multiple languages. Okay, how to configure notifications, custom notifications with system notification, how to configure routing restrictions. Okay, how to skip the step through the routing restrictions, how to route the step to the other person. Like for example, HR partner hiring an employee, HR partner should not receive the approval step, should go to the manager. How system has to find out. Initiator equal to HR partner, send the step to the manager. So that is also we are going to be explored and label step level override, configure considered approval steps. Okay, we are going to be learn all those. Apart from that, we're also going to be learn advanced business process events. What is that? So we are humans. Sometimes we may do mistakes. Okay. So how to handle such scenarios? With the help of this advanced business process events, we can handle, which includes correction, cancel, mass cancel, resign, mass resign, reassign, mass advanced business processes, okay, manage business process for worker. So all these 8 objects we are going to be learned as part of our regular session. I'll give a simple example, friends. Assume an employee said employee is supposed to join in the month of November 15th. Employee said employee will join on okay November 10th. But employee has not joined on November 10th. The employee requested, could you adjust my hire date to November 15th? Due to personal issues of work, I'm gonna join from 15th onwards. By the time you already hired in the system. If you don't adjust the date, you need to pay salary from the for the employee from November 10th itself. So immediately you need to correct the hire date, right? So with the help of this, we can do the corrections. Okay, resigns, cancels, etc. So this is about the concepts of core HR we are going to be learn. Okay, now let me explain quickly. Uh, okay, let me hold here for a second. Okay, sorry. Let me explain quickly what are the logistics we are going to be provide first. How I'm going to present the topic each chapter. We will go with three-step process here, guys. Each and every chapter. What is the three-step process? First, understand the definitions and concept. Prerequisite. What you are creating. What you need to create before first to create this. What is the next step you need to create after creating the current step? So prerequisite, after steps, current steps. That's how we learn. Definitions, key concepts. Okay. And then after, I'll come up with the real-time scenarios and requirements for each chapter. We will explore the document, which you can call it as a workbook or a process book. Based on the requirement, based on the requirement, we'll configure the data in the tenant, and then we will test or validate whether our configuration is correct or not. So we'll follow this three-step process. Understand the concept, understand the requirement, what data we need to gather from the customer to achieve this, validate the requirement, secure sign off, and configure and test it. That's how we'll go with all the 4 chapters. Okay. And once we complete 3 chapters, I will come up with 30 questions without any answers. So I'll come with 30 questions without any answer. Expectations, you have to give the answer that help you for your interview preparation, that help you to recollect what we covered so far in our last 3 sessions. To recover what we covered in last 3 sessions, to recollect. And then we'll move on to the new topic. Okay, that's how we'll go for all the chapters. Let me hold here. Before I move on to the integrations, does anyone have any questions I can help on these topics?
Payroll will be comes under the integration.
Good one, sir. So payroll, we have 2 types of payroll, sir. One is in-house payroll and another one is external payroll. In-house payroll means within Workday itself, you can run the payroll, generate the paychecks, pay slips, tax documents, allow the employees to download all the payroll tax related data within Workday. Another one is external payroll through the vendor or provider like ADP, Paycheck, NGA, BSI. That requires integration. So it depends on you, which one you choose. You want external integration. I mean, you want to work on external payroll, then you need to learn a tool called Payche in Workday. That's the integration tool. Or if you want to learn payroll within Workday, then you may require to learn in-house payroll. Yeah.
You will cover the in-house payroll also.
Definitely, but not part of this session, sir. As I said, this training around 40 hours are required to complete functional integration. After completion of these two, it depends on your interest, whether you want to further explore functional side, you want to upskill yourself on the payroll. Definitely, please reach out to the organizer. So I am the payroll certified consultant. I can definitely we can plan on payroll. Or after integration, if anyone would like to explore more complex integrations, they can choose Studio or Payche too.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Shall I also quickly take you to the integrations and then let me spend some good amount of time to clarify if you guys have any questions. So after completion of this functional, we'll take a 3 days break. Okay. And I will give you 2 projects. Expectations, you need to complete those projects. It depends. You need 3 days or a week. We will all connect like this. We'll align how many days you want. Based on the majority, we'll decide. And expectations, complete the 2 projects. Okay. One is moderate easy. Another one is slight complex. Okay. So design. And after completion of that, if anyone have any questions, so this project in the sense is simple. Whatever we have learned from chapter 1 to chapter 8, everything on one document, you need to configure the data. Okay. Some of the data is fictional. Some of the data you need to identify also with assumptions and configure correctly. Like that it is. Right. After that, then we'll move on to our next chapter, which is called reporting. Okay. What is reporting here? So far, you have configured the data. Now you're going to fetch the data in the form of reporting. So first we'll explore a report writer overview. Here, what is the report writer prerequisites? Okay, data sources, business objects, RDBs, how to find all the list of Workday delivered report fields to build a report, how to create a simple report, how to convert a simple report to advanced report, what are the delivered reports from Workday, and what are the types of delivered reports from Workday, like Espresso report and report writer, how to copy a report writer to our custom report, what are the limitations in Espresso report. Okay, we will just have overview and we'll also talk about how to develop a simple and advanced report, calculated fields. 33,000 plus fields in Workday we have. 33,000 fields we have in Workday, more than that, in fact. Sometimes what happens, those fields may not be suitable nor sufficient for the customer's requirement. In such scenario, you need to build a calculated fields. Okay, these are the little logical. So we're going to work on those cal fields as well. And then we'll also talk about aggregation based on primary business object and secondary business object. And what are the data sources, the security, report field security, and what are the report management security domains, how to schedule a report, how to run a report manually, how to develop matrix reports. Okay, it's a different report than simple and advanced. This is also we are going to be learn here. Okay, how to share the report with other users and how to restrict, you don't want to allow some people to view this report, everything we can take. And then after, we'll talk about an integration tools, which is core connector and EIB. So what is this core connector? The name itself says connector. Okay. Connect two applications, Workday and vendor application, to exchange certain data. For example, I have a benefit vendor called MetLife, and all my benefit data or compensation data we are maintaining in Workday. So every month or semi-monthly, I want to send any employee hired in the Workday along with assigned benefits. I want to share this benefit election data to the MetLife because they are the providers, right? They also should aware who are all newly enrolled into this plan, so that based on that they will raise the invoice to the customers. So I can choose a core connector for that. Okay. So what we'll learn here. So not only that, guys, recruitment, you can use core connector. If you want to post any of your applicants, I mean, job requisitions into LinkedIn, Indeed, any career sites, you can do that. Compensation you want to send for payroll process also you can do. Or time tracking you are maintaining in a third party application you want to integrate also, it's possible. So multiple purpose. So here, first we'll understand what is integration architecture overview, integration cloud connect, integration system templates, and core connector business object as a worker, integration services in core connector. It's not detection, sorry for the typo, it's detection. Change detection procedure in core connectors. So system has to automatically stop or include certain transactions based on your configuration. On how to configure integration business processes to trigger the integrations into the SFTP or any other destination folders. So after that, we'll also discuss about EIB. EIB stands for Enterprise Interface Builder. Enterprise Interface Builder. The first will have a EAB overview. What is the EAB design pattern and what are the limitations we have in EAB and Workday, different types of Workday public web services overview. Workday report as a service. You can also send the report to the external vendor, something similar to the core connector with the help of EAB. And develop how to develop an inbound EAB, how to develop an outbound EAB, CRT, customer report transformation, data transformation, EAB features and limitations, how to load a customer transactional data into Workday by using EAPs. Let me make it more simple. EAPs, we have two options. Option one, with the help of a report or with the help of a web service, send the data from Workday to the third-party application. Option two means inbound EAP means outbound EAP means sending data from Workday to the third-party vendor through a report or through a web service. Inbound EAP means, let's say you want to do a mass transactional data. For instance, you want to hire 1,000 employees or 10,000 employees. You want to terminate 100 employees or 5,000 employees. You want to change compensation as part of merit process for 10,000 employees or 100 employees, whatever the number. If you want to do mass transactions, okay, create positions, mass positions, you can achieve with the help of inbound ERP. Okay. Similar to that, here also we'll give projects for integrations. One project will give the requirement, customer specific requirement. You need to choose which tool is suitable, whether core connect is suitable or EAB is suitable, and you need to figure it out. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm giving the answer for that. Which tool is suitable, and we will build the integration for that. And the output file must have the fields whatever have been provided. Okay, only those fields must be provided. Then we'll also give one requirement for report, real-time requirement. So with that requirement, you need to build a report so that you will explore filters, prompts, sub-filters, share, convert the report into a pie diagram or a bar diagrams. Okay, all the options you can, how to share these reports, etc. Okay, this is about our course content, guys. And post completion of this, we will also give you interview questions. I will give you interview questions without answers, expectations. You have to explore. If I give an answer, it's a one-line answer, one-word answer that doesn't help you in interviews. Okay. So I'll give you first without answers, and then you start exploring in the system. You prepare so that you will explore navigation, you will search for the data in the system. You know what data that required before you count feeding this. Like, and if any questions you are not able to find answer, don't worry, I have answer as well, key as well. I will give you that as well. Okay, but first explore without answer. That help you to understand the concepts. This is about our training friends. The HCM and integrations reporting. Anyone have any questions I can help?
So is there any eligibility for this training? So we can
Yeah, good
like
point.
only
Yeah,
bachelors or else like MBA we will get the
right.
jobs.
Good point, sir. Sir, Workday is designed to simple usage. Sorry, not a simple usage. What I'm trying to say is they simplified the product. Okay. I'll give you an example. Let me take you to reporting. In other applications, okay, if you want a report, you must write certain code, what data you want, fetch. You have to write the code. After writing the code, which document you want to export the data. So something like that. But in Workday, it's a drag and drop functionality. As I said, 33,000 plus fields you have. You just need to choose which field you need to select. You just need to choose which business object, which data source you need to select. Based on that, all the fields are available. Just a very simple logical, not complex at all. Okay, coding is not required, and the Workday application developed for ease of use. Okay, it's easy to understand, easy to configure. There are some logics. Okay, I'm not saying complete 100% easy. Everyone can do. There are some logics there where we need to brainstorm and design the solution. Okay, that is also there, but it's very easy to use, and there is no specific. For example, I'm a non-IT. Can I learn? Yes, you can learn. Okay, there's no additional qualifications like coding is required or more HR knowledge is required for this. A basic understanding what is position, what is hire, what is transfer, what is an employee, what is organization, what is cost center. These are sufficient. I will start from the basics, hence definitely for the interest of everyone, some of you might be a non-IT, some of you might be IT, switching for career into the workday. Some of you might be from coding background, would like to switch to workday. Okay, considering all, I will start from the basics. Okay, I will try my best to make it simple in this course. So technically saying, no coding is required for any of the chapters, sir. Now, if you ask me, does Workday doesn't require any coding? There are tools which require coding. That is Studio. There's one tool called Studio Integrations. Okay, so that requires a massive coding. That is also this. Sorry, only that tool required coding, and Pesci also somewhat required the coding if the requirement may not be maintainable in work. These tools only require coding, sir. Rest, whatever here I'm explaining doesn't require any code.
As a fresher, like we will get a job.
So this is my responsibility to ensure giving a confidence on you at least 2 years of experience by end of the session. That is definitely my responsibility. And can I get into the job? If you can do end-to-end practice, practicing all our interview questions and projects, ask questions and get clarified, spend more time during practice, think out of the subject and box, then definitely you will get into the job, sir. On what basis I'm saying this word? The reason is opportunities are good for workday outside. Okay. Earlier there's a limitation of only certified people in 2015. There's no such limitations we have. Now there's no such limitations we have. Okay. Opportunities are more. Jobs are more. Companies also looking for the people. And it's not like you uh uh sorry. Just a second, I'll have some water. It's not like a person has to know end-to-end and workday. If you have some idea, you're drill to learn, you have your interest to learn and explore and workday. You can show that interest. Customers are ready to take. Okay, opportunities are good. That's what I'm trying to say. Please explore the LinkedIn and job portals and compare with other HR applications. You see which application has more opportunities. Okay. Any other
And what is
questions
the
I can
cost
answer?
of certification?
It is different to it is different to certification to certifications. Okay. So it may start somewhere around in INR, I'm saying 2 to 2.5 lakh. There are 4 lakh course also we have. If you go with Prism, advanced payroll, okay, these are all little expensive trainings. Not only that, sometimes you may require to travel as well. It can be their training centers in Asia. We have in Malaysia and Singapore, and London, one of the training center they have worked at, or US present. They have one training, and of course Australia, India people used to visit here and they give the training and they will move back. Okay, so due to this expense of the certification, most of the customers at this moment not encouraging because all most of the projects now moved into AMS, right? Certification is play a key role if it is an implementation project to follow the workday deployment implementation process. Post support certification is not required. And most of the companies are avoiding the certification because of the expenses, because of the certification expense and traveling expenses.
And also, like you will provide the tenant access, right?
The 24/7 tenant access will be provided, sir, end to end. It's only not only limited to core HR. Anyone who would like to explore other modules also, the tenant is suitable. Yeah. And how many days the tenant will be provided and access? I request please be in touch with our organizer. He is the owner for the tenant. Of course, he is also secured from the vendor, so you will get an idea. Yeah. Okay, one more thing. I'm so sorry. One more thing. What documents we are going to be providing? Yeah. So we have a running notes, means every day the document which I present, okay, with definitions, key characteristics, dependencies, or prerequisite next steps needs to be configured. Those documents will be provided. Class notes we will call, and we will also provide Workday material, end-to-end Workday material, and also activities. For example, I completed this chapter. I will give you the real-time scenario. Everyone has to explore, understand the requirement, configure in your tenant. If you're configuring, if you run into any such issues, any issues or errors, I'm happy to help you out in the next immediate class. Okay, each and every chapter, the real-time requirement will be provided. Apart from that, the interview questions as I promised, we will be shared. And projects or supplementary activities also will be shared. These are the documentations we will provide. Okay. Anyone have any other questions I can help?
Yeah. So this one like in a company, so once you implement the required modules for the project,
Right,
so
sir.
post the implementation, will it go for like a kind of support or like it continue to grow actually like or it just
No, no.
ends on there?
Implementation is a short term, sir. It can be 6 months, it can be a year, or it can be 2 years. Support is long term. Until the company exists, they're using this application, support will still go. There's no limit until the customer remove Workday from their company, organization. Implementation is a short term. Okay.
Okay.
Support is it's like a rolling out projects. Enhancements will be there. Optimization will be there. And we also discuss this year end activities will be there. And this one the the release activities every year 2 times will be there. Okay. So support is a long journey. And anyone if investing that much amount on one application, they won't just like that remove. It will goes continuously. Yeah.
Yeah. So from this one, like so I'll be covering any payroll thing, like a calculation to specific country.
So high level, I'm going to touch base, sir. For example, when I explain compensation, right? As I said, compensation required for benefits, compensation required for performance, compensation required for um, payroll, right? So I'm going to touch base the high level. So in
Okay.
detail payroll, we are not covering. The reason is payroll itself 30-hour sessions.
Okay.
Okay, 30-hour session.
Yeah.
So yeah, after learning HCM and this, maybe you guys can choose which module. If you guys would like to upskill yourself, eh, you can do that. But my humble request is you are spending time and money here. When we are into learning, right, there is no limit. And if there's no limit, even I'm in 11 years, I don't know time tracking, I don't know learning modules in Workday. Okay, what is the other
Yeah.
one? I don't know the recruitment in Workday. So
Yeah.
no one can be perfect learning all modules. So what is my suggestion is learning all this to go get into the market. Be confident, prepare yourself, get into the market, first get into the job, then upskill. Then upskill. You have a system to explore now already. Once you get into the job, you have real-time system in your hand. And upskill what are the modules you want to add, you can upskill. So that helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got
At the same time, no, now customers asking more than one module, at least 2 to 3 modules I will add to my profile so that my resume has a weightage. Yeah, that is also fine. Yeah. Okay. Anyone have any other questions I can help friends?
Hi, I have a question. Um,
Yes, ma'am. Please.
if we miss any class in between because of any personal reasons or health issues, do we get the recording on the day so that we can learn from the
Thank you so
recording?
much for bringing this, ma'am. Yeah, I understood. So everyday session will be recording, and immediately within 1 hour, the recording will be shared with you all. Okay, and there is no limit for that. It's a lifetime. Whenever you want, you can review those recordings. Another thing, due to health issues or personal emergencies, you are not able to continue the session. Feel free to drop, and you can start from next batch itself. Wherever you left, you can join from there itself. So that option also we will have. Recordings will be there. And due to some personal emergency, or you're traveling from US to India, or India to US, or any other countries, you're not able to continue some personal life challenges. You can start from next batch as well. Yeah,
So
that
we
is
get
also
every
there.
so we get everyday recording, so it's easy to follow up the next class.
Yes, we'll get everyday record within 1 hour. For example, not just now we had this. This is also recording. It will be shared within an hour. Yeah.
Okay. And
There
also,
might be, if any internet issues or any or unavailability, please bear with us for 1 or 2 hours. But 1 hour is that's what I agreed with. The organizer has to share this recording with you all. Yeah. Sorry, you were asking the question. Go on, please.
that sounds great. And also, like just to know now, what is the course we are doing right now? Do
Hmm.
we get certification for this course right now?
Well, no. We are not authorized to give any certification. Some people will say we will give certification in the market. Kindly don't trust. They may give a XYZ training center course has been successfully completed. That is not going to add any value at all. If someone is not we, if anyone also will tell us, kindly don't go with that. Certification can be given only by two people, two firms. One is implementation partner, like Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, these companies. Then customer, Walmart, okay, customers. So the customers only can give you pro certification. If you do through Accenture, they'll give implementation certification. If you do through any customers who is the end users for the Workday application, they'll give pro certification. Except these two, if anyone telling you or giving a false statements, kindly don't fall into that. Okay, no one is authorized to give the certification except these two.
Thanks a lot.
No problem. Yeah. And we are hearing some of the people paying a huge money of 2 or 3 lakhs, and they're saying we are waiting for your certification. We will get you enrolled. Those things have happened. I heard like that. As I'm strictly saying, kindly don't fall into that. Any other questions, friends? I can help. I'm so sorry to hold you more than an hour. Okay. So some of you may have some questions which requires you may require to discuss personally. So don't hesitate. You can call the organizer. He will take me to the conference call. Any career related or anything you want to assurance related training said I will give you the assurance. I will ensure by the end of the day, based on your practice, if you follow all the trainer's instructions, by the end of the day, I will ensure you will be 2 years of experience in each and every module. That is my responsibility, but you need to do practice. Okay. If any questions you would like to discuss personally, please don't hesitate. You can call the organizer and we will discuss over the call if anyone has such questions.
Mr. Kiran, just one more question.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
do we have the real time, access for the practice
Yeah,
every
we have.
every day,
Right.
the day one of the class, or else we get in the mid or somewhere else?
Okay, good one. So again, this question route to the organizer, but let me answer this. I will also set that expectation to him. Once any candidate, once any trainee has registered, immediately plus 1 day. For example, if you register today, tomorrow you will get the 10. That's what the agreement. You will get the 10. And no limitations like you should do only in 1 hour, you should do only 30 minutes, you should not access this task. Nothing like that. You can explore anything in this time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, friends? I can help.
Yeah, hi, Kiran. This is Santosh. How many days we will get the access for that?
Sir, would you mind? Can you repeat your question? Could you repeat your question?
Sorry?
Sorry, your voice is very feeble.
No, no,
Could
how,
you repeat
no,
your
we will
question?
get the, how many days we will get the access in 6 months,
Access,
1
tenant
year, or,
access.
huh.
Good one. So as I said, this is the first thing I answered already. So until the course completion, the tenant will be provided. So I request tenant related queries kindly go with the organizer, the person who shared the URL link. The person will give you an update on that side. Okay? Yeah. But till the training plus practice, they have to provide. But he's the right guy to answer that.
Okay, okay. I have some questions. I'll connect with you
Definitely.
along with the organizer.
Sure. We'll do.
Evening.
That works.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
Okay. Anyone, any other questions I can help? Okay. So this, whatever we discussed here is recorded, guys, and this is also will be shared with you for your assurance. And the course content, what you're seeing on the screen also will be shared so that you can track like whether we're going in the right way, all the topics. And that way I'm saying high level we're explained. So for example, when I say here you see 3 lines, right? It's a 3 day sessions it is. Okay. So just like it's a high level, we're going to do a deep dive. Around 40 sessions are required, excluding the workday deployment methodology and the release planning and strategy discussion. Okay. To cover functional integration. I might require 24 sessions for functional, HCM only, and remaining 14 to 15 hours for integration. Plus, I might require 3 hours for deployment methodology, like where Workday project will start, what is our role, how to move the project, how to design the project, how to assign or design the project resources, how to manage and maintain the tenant, what tools we will use during project implementation project and AMS project, what are our roles and responsibilities. All these details we'll discuss in that. Okay. Right. So with that, if no question, is it okay if we can hold for today?
Mr. Kiran, just last, sorry.
No problem, ma'am. Please tell me.
The timings of the course will be the same, or they can be.
So actually, whatever I would like to, I want to say you guys only bring in this, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. So ma'am, first thing he will reach out, the organizer will reach out to you guys. Please share your feedback. Any improvements, please, any improvements are required, please feel free to tell us. We're happy to take. Okay. And majority, what are the timings? Majority are available. If you ask me if this time works, I'm available to take the session. Definitely, yes. Majority, we will fix one time and we'll start the sessions in early. Okay. So let me know you got your availability time to the organizer. According to that, we'll.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Please take care and stay safe. And we'll connect again in our regular session, friends. Have a good day and good night.